Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to the ultimate game. I know we say it all the time, but the second leg of the Champions League semi-finals against Manchester City at the Etihad. 1-1 from the first leg, so it's basically a one-game playoff, and we're going away from home for this game. So it's not looking good, but 1% chance, 99% faith. Even though there might not be a chance, you gotta have the faith, and maybe that's what we have to do. Maybe that's what we have to do. But let's see. I was gonna say something that I forgot. Manchester City are basically the best team in the world right now. So going away to the Etihad, and by the way, fun fact for you, Real Madrid have never won a game at the Etihad. We've played them at the Etihad 4 times. We've drawn twice and we've lost twice. Recent memory, last season, the 4-3 loss, and pretty sure it was 3 seasons ago. And I can't remember what the scoreline was, but the Rafael Varane disaster. Remember that when he was absolutely shredded to pieces by Jesus and Sterling and Mahrez and all of them. So, look, what do we expect from this game? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from Real Madrid. I will say one thing, and I was spotting for the first leg. In the first leg, I think a lot of people would have expected City to win, even though Real Madrid won as strong. But here's the problem. The people who expected Man City to win expected Man City to win across 2 legs. So it wasn't in the first leg they would dominate for like 90 minutes and go through. So in the first leg it was a draw. We were at the Bernabeu, and as I did expect, City to come in and not go full out, and to take something like a draw would be good enough to have something to work with. And that was the plan coming to this game. Now, for Real Madrid, what is the plan? I have no idea. The first leg, Real Madrid wanted to get the win. They didn't, so they had to settle for the draw. And obviously, we had to say, oh, it's a good result. But we're going to the Etihad hoping to win. I mean, the last time Man City lost at the Etihad, I honestly have no idea when it was. But honestly, yeah, it's going to be practically impossible. But anyways, let's just run through the starting 11. First up, goalie Courtois. The back line, as expected, Carvajal right back. The centre halves is where things get difficult. Now, obviously Militao was suspended for the first leg, so it was Rudiger and Alaba as the centre backs with Camavinga left back. Camavinga picked up a bit of a discomfort against Getafe, so I'm pretty sure he will come on off the bench, but I don't think he will start. So that's also perfect, because even if he was fit, I think it would still have been Militao, Rudiger, Alaba. I think what you have there is Militao, who has to play, Rudiger and Alaba, who both kept Haaland quiet in the first game. It would be unfair to not play either of them. So that would mean you have to play all three. And we're not going to go to a 3 at the back or even a 5 at the back. Don't even talk about it. So it's a 4 at the back, and you have to play Alaba left back. But it depends who is playing against, because I expect it to be Riyad Mahrez for this game, tricky winger. So it'll be very tough. But Rudiger and Militao, the two centre backs, I think they'll work well together. My concern, Alaba, realistically, even Carvajal, if he plays up against the likes of Grealish or Foden or Alvarez, how is he going to cope? But the centre backs, I'm happy with. I think they can do a job against Haaland. If Rudiger realistically did it a week before, why can't he do it again? So that is the first change I expect. The second change I expect is the midfield. Now, the midfield I went with for the first day, and we went with, was Modric, Kroos, Valverde, with Vini Jr., Rodrigo, Benzema as the front line. Now, I think he'll change it because in the first leg, the aim and the target was to score goals. So he put Rodrigo into the team. Now, I think what we will be doing is being Man City, going away and trying to protect the 1-1. It's unlikely we'll score, but if you can go in there, maybe nick a 0-0, maybe a 1-1 again, and then maybe goes to extra time and penalties, it would still be a decent result. That's depending if we win, but I expect Romanian to play this one. He came on, he did pretty solid, so we need a player like him to be a defensive option, because Man City now will be the team going all out attack as well. We need to take that into consideration, because in the first leg, Man City were almost coming in going, let's not bother too much, and they got a draw. If they turn on their engine to even 50%, oh my days, we'll get battered, let alone 100%. So you can't play a midfield of Modric, Kroos, Valverde. Yes, you got Valverde with his legs, but you need a defensive cover. So for me, Tchouaméni is in there, and then obviously Modric and Kroos. That will mean we could play Rodrigo still, but the difference here, Valverde, like I said, offers those legs. Basically, the pace he's got, the fact that he runs around all the time is necessary for this game. If essentially it makes it a 4-man midfield, like a diamond, and then we have Vini Jr. and Benzema up top. Valverde helps in this case. Rodrigo, I think is gonna be a super sub. So is Camavinga for me. Two good subs to bring on to get us the winning goal. What happened last season at the Bernabeu? Two subs came on and they got us the goals. So realistically, for me, I would go Fede Valverde over Rodrigo, because this is a different game. And then obviously it's Vini Jr. and obviously it's Benzema. So that would be my team. And then we get to the score. Oh my days. Optimism or realistic? I don't know, man. It's hard. I'm gonna be optimistic and realistic. I think for 90 minutes, you will finish 1-1. And I reckon you'll go into extra time and you'll still be the same. No goals. And I do think you'll go into penalties. 2-2, penalties. And I think Real Madrid win 4-3 on penalties, right? It's not overly unrealistic, because I do expect Man City to not lose this game. But I want to have the optimism that even if we do somehow make it to extra time or penalties, that Real Madrid will somehow, somewhere find that extra bit to get them over the line. And let's hope that that is the case. But let me know what your team and scores are down below, and let's have a look at Man City's form. Not sure if you guys can see this anyways, but here are the results. A 3-0 against Everton, obviously the draw. 2-1 against Leeds, 3-1 against West Ham. We technically had a look at these, but I want to have a look at the last time they lost a game at the Etihad. And I know they lost to Spurs, but it was away at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They won at home here. Southampton was away. United was away. Chelsea was away. They drew at home against Everton. They beat Liverpool at home. They beat Leeds away. You're looking at November 2022 against Brentford, where they last lost at the Etihad. The 12th of November, that was before the World Cup, first things first. So that has been 5 months, 6 months. Before the World Cup was the last time they last lost at home. And since then, they've been on a crazy run at the Etihad. Wow. I mean, look, because of that, I think all odds are against Real Madrid. But how many times has it been that all odds are against Real Madrid anyways? Look, it's not impossible. It's just very unlikely for it to happen. And I get it. And, I'm not gonna sit here saying, why are we not being, made favourites? I get why Man City are favourites, of course. But I still want to be that Real Madrid fan that has the optimism, because why not? At this point, what's there to lose? Even if I had a bit of optimism, maybe we lose the game, but so be it then, because realistically, you still want to have optimism. You can't just go, let's just not, because what if we lose? Like, you can't say that, right? But honestly, let me know what your guys' thoughts and predictions are. A huge game, but the day before is obviously going to be, and it might be the day that you are watching the video actually, that Inter play AC Milan. Obviously, Inter Milan have a 2-0 lead from the first leg. The second leg, I mean, they're both at the San Siro, but Inter's favour, I reckon Inter will make it to the final. And that sounds crazy, by the way. That sounds absolutely crazy. But let's see. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button when it's did. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.